I'm posting this video today because I'm going to start my YouTube channel. I'm going to officially start working on that. Hopefully I'm going to try to do one video a week at the beginning, but I've always been watching some YouTube channels and I've gotten some inspiration. I'm going to do a channel where I'm going to play some games and tell stories, and hopefully it'll be a good time. This is the type of stuff I used to watch when I was younger, back in high school, getting through it, a stressful time. I'd listen and watch channels like these before I went to bed at night. So hope I can give some people the same thing that was given to me with other people's YouTube channels. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna start my first story in this video. So, back in the day, one of the later parts of high school, probably junior or senior year, um, just a crazy party story, that's what I'm gonna do. So, back in the day, when I was going and partying, didn't have a whole bunch of work to do like I do now, um, we were throwing a party together, all my friends, just at one of our friends' houses, and we were doing a theme party. And if you don't know, theme parties like that always get a lot bigger than a regular party. I don't know what it is. I think just people like dressing up, people get really attracted to those themes, and everybody parties way harder and usually drinks a lot more. So, needless to say, I was getting dressed up for the theme, all my friends and I, having a good time pre-gaming for this party. Pretty excited. Back then, that was just the most exciting thing. When the weekend would come and we had a big party planned, you'd spend almost the whole day thinking about it or getting ready or just talking about it, excited for all the crazy stuff that could happen, because nights like that, you just never know what's going to happen. And if you're not that age yet, you'll eventually experience that, and once you become an adult, it's even more of that. Just unexpected stuff happens all the time. So, I'm dressed up for the party, got a bunch of friends with me. Our theme of that party was like to dress very country. We did some kind of country theme. Everybody was wearing like cowboy boots, hats, that type of stuff. I don't remember exactly what the theme was, but regardless, everybody's dressed up in that type of stuff. So keep that image in your head. So we're at the party. I go to the house. I walk in. Say what's up to everybody, just drinking, having a good time. A lot of times at parties like that, I'd be the one where I'd find myself in the backyard. Usually there'd be a bunch of other people out there too. I always just enjoyed hanging out outside more, maybe where it was a bit quieter whenever I was at parties like that. So I'm out in the backyard, just chilling, having a good time. I think at this one house, some guy had a trampoline in the backyard, so people were getting drunk and jumping on the trampoline and just talking, getting to know people, meeting people I hadn't seen before from the area. Then I kind of felt like a change in the mood, change in the tension of the event. So I peek in the back door, and the back door opens into the kitchen. And out of the kitchen, there's a living room, a room with a pool table, and then the rest of the house. But the kitchen is right at the back. So I'm peeking my head in there, and I noticed that there's a bunch of people in the kitchen. And usually that happens at parties, but it was packed. Like, the house was packed, and for some reason, everybody was cramming into the kitchen. So I asked some people, I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, the cops are here. And not really a big deal. Whenever stuff like that would happen, everybody would just kind of congregate in the back areas of the house because nobody wanted to go talk to the police officer. That's just kind of how it goes when you're that age. People get kind of freaked out by that stuff. And usually the homeowner would just go talk to the police officer, and it's not a big deal. They usually just got a noise complaint, and we need to keep it down a little bit. For some reason this time that didn't happen. Maybe the homeowners were drunk, or it was just too big of a party, but nobody was going to talk to the cops. So tensions are high. Everybody's getting a little bit freaked out, and the cops are just sitting at the front. Eventually, somebody opens the door for the cops. And I'm pretty sure that was the wrong move because the cops start coming in the house, and that almost never happened back then. Usually you're just getting a noise complaint, something like that. But when they're coming in the house, it's like, is something actually going on? So needless to say, a bunch of, you know, 18-year-old kids that freaks people out. So me and my friends are like, okay, they're in the house. All right, we're getting out of here. So we go out the back. Cops, I see flashlights coming around the back of the house. That is always a scary thing. Me and a couple of my friends jump over the fence, and we are running through this neighborhood. And just we're freaked out. There's cars driving. We're like worried any of them could be more police officers, because obviously I was underage at that time, and the last thing I wanted to do was get stuck in a conversation with a police officer. Me and my friends are running. I'm following them. I don't even know what to do. I was the least familiar with the neighborhood probably, so I'm mostly just following them. They're on the phone with their friends. They're saying something about trying to get a ride, where they're telling people what street we're on so that we can meet this car. It felt like we were running forever, and we were stressed out. Eventually, a car stops. We run up to it. My friends get in, and I'm like, okay, that's our car. We're good. So, night over, right? Except not really. I was very relieved we got away from the cops, but then we go to another house, and I don't know how it happened, but the whole party just moved over to this other house, even after the cops busted it. It was crazy. That never happens. So we just started partying at this other house, going hard again, having a good time. This other house, it was just a kind of a cool setting, a very big open floor plan, so it just felt like the whole room was a party. And, you know, everybody's already drunk, everybody's having a good time. Obviously, everybody wanted to party because they didn't even stop the first time the cops came. And if you can guess, of course, the cops come back again. This time, the cops are outside, they're coming in, and they're handing out tickets like candy. I guess they were pissed off. Usually that doesn't happen, but they were pissed off. So, out the back door I go. Me and my friends, we run back to our house because the second house was actually really close to where I lived at the time, and I didn't get a ticket. But cops, stuff like that, has always freaked me out. That's just how I am. And I have a whole bunch of stories involving cops. A lot of them a lot more eventful than this one. So, hope you guys enjoyed my little story. I think as I keep telling them, I'll get better. Because I'm an alright storyteller, but I probably could use some practice. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. I hope I stay motivated. I think I can. I'd love to keep on providing content and have some people experience the same stuff I did when I was younger and I was listening to stories like this. See you guys in the next one.